I'm about as far downriver as I can get without getting wet. Well, that train must have been about a third of a mile long, most likely taking coal to the outdated power station near Leeds. And this seems like it's going to be a good clip to start the video with, so good morning, afternoon, evening or night, whenever you're watching this, welcome. I'm in one of my local rivers, and just around the corner is Caroline and Phil of Let's Go With The Johnsons. There's a link to their channel in the description. If you haven't already, please do check them out. Their adventures are great fun to watch. I like seeing chunks of wall like that, showing the strength of the water to take whatever it wants. It's not pretty, but with a bit of intensive polishing, maybe it could be. Ooh, words. Oh, that's nice. A bit of the lid of a ceramic pot, which probably once held a cosmetic product. I hope there's enough clues on it to identify what it was. There's a nice bit of blue and white pattern there, but I think I'll leave it for Caroline to pick up or leave. Chunky bottle top. I thought it might be part of a cod bottle, but it's not. It's an internal screw top. Dates from between the 1880s to 1970s. Glass bottle stopper. No writing on it, but no matter. Quiet now.
Okay, I have two jobs today. Mudlarking, putting the umbrella over the white because it's tipping down the rain in Yorkshire. And there's a lovely bridge behind us and a lovely beach underneath us. So come on folks, let's go mudlarking.
Support. Ooh, now that's old Yorkshire dialect. Features in the Yorkshireman's motto. Let's see if I can remember. Hear all, see all, say nout. Eat all, sup all, pay nout. And if ever does out for nout, all let's do it for this end. Rather a selfish creed to live by. That's a nice bit of willow pattern. Probably part of a muck and not much use for any of my projects. A little nugget of aluminium. Well, not quite a nugget, a waste bit from smelting. I have filmed here before. It's a river with 3 dump sites near its banks and evidence of human habitation dating all the way back to the Neolithic. You'll mostly be finding 19th and 20th century things, and of course some 21st century plastic trash too. Not sure what that picture is, but I'll take it. And that's a reasonably nice transfer print of a leaf pattern. This looks like a barbecue fork, with most of the useful bits rusted away. It's part plastic, I shall take it. Oh, that's a nice bit of floral pattern. like much, but its glass with little spots of colour might have been very fashionable for a brief period of the 20th century, but whatever it came from would probably be considered a little tasteless today. There's always some milk glass, Pond's cream jar. Could well be fossilised organic matter, dead leaves in the dirty ground, to paraphrase the White Stripes, but too indistinct to be impressive. Rare that I see such a sharply delineated right angle in glass, perhaps part of a glass brick? Ooh, and that's quite cool, part of a candlestick by the looks of it. Can't imagine what I could do with it, but better to take it on the off chance that one of you has a suggestion. Frame for a drain cover perhaps? Or something to do with one of the mills that were up here. I have no idea, but I think I'll take it as a candidate for electrolysis cleaning. Wire. Oh dear, feels like it's lead shielding. Yep, that's lead over plastic over copper. A pain to separate all that, but it shouldn't be in the river. Ooh, big industrial electrical thing. Beyond use I feel, so I shall take it and scrap out the brass. Pretty good fun for me just watching and seeing how they film.
Have you done the beach yet?
Intriguing circle of iron. Feels interesting. But ultimately, it's something very firmly set into concrete, slowly rusting away to nothing. I'm going to follow them and see what they miss. It's a stick. And the top off a flagon, James Simpson's of Hebden Bridge. My turn to film this strange arrangement of pipes and concrete, part of flood prevention measures I think. And it looks like the sun has been hiding from us on this side of the bridge. That looks interesting. hairpin perhaps? Or maybe a very short knitting needle? Or something food related, feels like bamboo. A foot. A big aluminium bird's foot. That must surely have been from a pretty huge garden ornament. I think it was supposed to be a heron foot. Across the river to the long pebbled beach, which, last time I was here, was covered in pottery sherds and little relics. Doesn't look quite as covered as I remember, but I'm sure there'll be things to find here. Just have to retune our eyes a bit to see what's hidden in plain sight. Looks like legs. Indeed it is. And udders, the tail end of a porcelain cow. Ooh, a boat. Little single sail boat. Would that count as a sloop? That's unusual. It's aqua glass but textured, like planks of wood.
Can you see it? It's a glass water stopper. It's in nice condition. It's also got some writing on it. It says Hose red sauce, no? Hose sauce registered. Very nice.
I'm following the footprints, and I'm happy if I don't find anything particularly interesting, because that might mean that Caroline or Phil has found it. You'll have to check out their video to see if they did. Looked like a pipe stem the way it was sitting, but no, it's part of a jug by the looks of it. Chunky piece of glass. I found a few like this before, and I still don't know exactly what they are. Probably the bottom of drink glasses, but I can't be sure. Sole of a shoe full of rusty nails. I think I'll leave that. Base of a small dish or bowl. That's nice, probably willow pattern. Haven't found much. I hope Caroline and Phil have had awful luck today. Last brief look around. Raining when we arrived, and now only the smallest wisp of cloud left in the sky. So a short roundup this time. And this outing wasn't really about me finding much. It was more about guiding Caroline and Phil to a spot where I knew there was a fair chance of them finding interesting things. Not that they particularly need that, of course. They really are quite capable of making a very enjoyable video with 2 pieces of ridged pottery and a brick. But well, hosting duty aside, I did find a few things. I'm particularly happy with these few pieces of pottery. I rarely find images that are compelling, and this little boat very much is. It makes me want to go boating. And this up all piece is probably from a mug with the Yorkshire motto on it, and that brings back a lot of memories of my grandfather who once upon a time taught it to me. This lid off a cosmetic thing was probably a very common thing once upon a time, but it's the first of its kind that I found, so I'm happy to have found it. Sadly, I haven't yet been able to find out exactly what all the words said, nor have I had the time to come up with a ridiculous alternative wording. This blue glass is a bit of a mystery to me with its shed door-like pattern. Does anyone know what it could be from? I found a glass bottle stopper. Caroline found a glass bottle stopper. I think that makes it a good larking outing. This thing is also a bit of a mystery item. Does anyone recognise it? I think it's bamboo, and I really don't know how bamboo ages in the river, so it's probably modern, but I don't know for sure. The big heron's foot. Not sure if I'm going to keep it as is. It's a tiny part of a much bigger sculpture, and I haven't got a craft use in mind for it. I do pick up scrap metal, but with iron being as cheap as it is and as heavy as it is, I only pick up vaguely interesting bits of it, with the intention of cleaning them up to see what they were. So, big squarish thing and small spout-looking thing. And more valuable in purely intrinsic terms, a fair amount of copper, brass and lead, all now just waiting for when I buy myself a mini forge. I had a very enjoyable time with the Johnsons, and I hope you've enjoyed this resultant video. It's just one location we filmed at over a full weekend, so there's 3 more videos coming eventually, mixed into the regular slow stream of them. As ever, please give this video a like if you liked it, subscribe if you want to, hit the bell icon to enable notifications, comment, share, donate, buy or ignore. Thank you all very much for watching, and for now, goodbye.